Serenei melilonga karatu alanga tatau mandana mira ni katunrau. Tala nota kino simeli na nona sota kina ndua na marama na stoma ina ingangi suba. Rusota nga bukan dua rusa nga di sota tali. Pata kina marama ngai kaina kingani rongo dani marama ni asawa. So, sota tawa luku di bawaya. Bula binaka rosi. Tola bina maseki. Bina balebun jina na barong katumau kengo ganang kota ni kuwa. Tombo bota itali tuko ngaki no Lusitano ai Santa Rosa ke lela lubu mai San Francisco. Seru matakiviwa. Ean rabina kataronga tuko mo seru. Se nagai gitu tali na ngauna dabana timidibiti. Ean raba na be mama nindua na mataka na ngauna ibiti ke New Zealand. Na be mama nindua meru sota kina kirto ni tau kini rarana timini baranise. Wakasama takamandango. Rawasota na timu ni Amerika, US Eagles, wata kei na timu ni Baranise rautai. Tau wata rakai rauroata. Ia rausota na timu ni Amerika, wata kei na timu ni Viti, tolu sanga bulu kawalu kini karua na timu ni Amerika. Sarai toko na duin ni kaya, na bebia tuku na tiko weekenda, na panua na tiko kina na timu ni Viti. Sarawata tiko na nona bata, na kota fainala ia. Era wata tali tungama o New Zealandi wata kei Australia. Bula binaka salan noman, binaka bagalebu, o Melia Mateo, ni bula binaka rato mbau unanumi tali tungana, kanda ratikongo mai lami, so ratikongo mai Walubei. Bola ebe tango virtu mai Walubei, suba, na be bola unita kataka sabayan ratiko yani na loma ni wanga ni matani tu na zangibo. Tiko kino penaia Melia ke Mateo sinikila ibisa na Mateo tiko ngo tolu bola mai. Ke baka esenga ni rautirato gaimbuta ni ndo tele na kene kaba men dua tele na Mateo chope babo binaka bolebu. Ke sarase ni turanga bula binaka le butia mai rewa. Bula binaka na barongo tiko mai butia. Ni bula binaka na wakanda. Dendenta sa katiko ni sota mai moana ira. Bula binaka tiko baka na bubale ne rokorabuama lala ng barabi sanden desarna. Na zola nayala alena zola bina maya na wale ratubini berkas. Zola berkas. Na wale na siya matiko may en singalebu inday. And then rongoy tuku and tini karua na kaloko na nandangaw na ibiti and nangaw na San Francisco and sabo tokongo ibita na miniti then hazo vani nangaw na rongoy tuku 5 na kaloko and then rongoy tuku San Francisco and nambula 2 bata San Francisco.
si veia oh na lobi senikau Onua kana sinu me te kuna Raiwa kei nei korokoro Kora kana sinu kei na toka lau Isa lei kotoko Ya turo mai au na ngawa Tauni kele muka sayawa Vei te kuni makawa ira koto wali kina Mama e koto wendelana Na muke muke bel te kuna Tule muka sawa kini monua Kora kole muka mandali ke umawa Ito muka tamoni veiau Kora ako toki e tarawa Watu kalo kei na uo Lei ko arundi kei tami a ruku ruku E koto e na mura
Au na rimbi
taki ko
Nau wanda undiwi
Dau waka sakiti
Ambua mundo moni
Dau mosi veia O walau na lobi senikau
JJ's Food Shack. E tigo ke vikina na kankana boga biti me bakana kokonda. Lobo benga ni ngai kani do itu na bundi nan dalos e tapioca. Na kankana boga langi me bakana steak baka elo ke na coleslaw. Wee! Na karitoa sa wadha badina na kani kana. Kay tigo talanga na nono specials and na lomo ni mga dawa. Daw tamba na Facebook. Na doi ni tiwa ya na bani mandrai pai ke na bungatale. Dore na JJ's Food Shack. View Valley mo Billy Jean Street, Santa Rosa, California. Karo talagang rato dili mo yang may Santa Rosa, may ato sa ni Kinavato. Giritirto sana kina Vitu Saiba Vitu Tolo Vio Tolo Dundu Limono. JJ's Food Shack, Santa Rosa, California.
Me volia back and dono go life insurance policy?
Nakakil na ito tayo, katil kabito ni Akostita na 2022. O sagir ta kasarabiri ni tauna. Kami ngaya kila maga ngaya salah ko mana check. Sengat tali ni pera, sengat sarangan ni pera balilai. Ini time sarangan mai. So ang kali warga tala tunda warga. Kubertongo. Au saya lo dengo kami binasa.
Iyo, o ya sarangana buna. E rau sara. Sa tiko na pepa se senga. Bula binaka se tobi mate. Kambani duan nga kana soma mena claim na lom ni rosa nga bulu kavana ua keada na lenga nisa yang baki roa tina policy. Text mai kina wasa eva walu ba dua tolu walu lima ena kena ituku matai lalai. Oya na wasa eva walu ba dua tolu walu lima.
Doyan Robina kana maraman na ita. Do samba di ba kusa iwe.
Yandra na ita. Kita sili katalaw mande na Orange Lounge.
Maleka. Gora san ba di kata-kata binakasar tu nga toboy simpang bakau. Gay way dala tu kinambata.
Koe serengan kori. Sono ngono santa binakat serengan na kenta kakana.
Di na to zoko. Kaya kita sana berata ni baga singlebu. Kita sana gali baga kabi ngaya ni kena.
Na Orange Lounge. Katalaw boga singalebu se boga kabi. E baro te gitu boga mango sanggay to toka na buno ni kana. May namenta to identity. Kena boga singalebu se boga kabi me bakana boga sekera. Na sui. Ika tabu teke roro boga lolo kay na vida tale. Gira mo kila na menu ni singoya. Na Orange Lounge. Tolo-tolong 2 Orange Street, Santa Rosa. En dua tala na tamang nibingarabi ni Divine Group of Companies. Dola na wala kaloka na mataka, kina wala kaloka anambongi moniti kina singatambo na Orange Lounge. Tolo-tolong 2 Orange Street, Santa Rosa.
Nanonda wata-wata kay sitiweni raturala.
age kay ng bure Waimaro Fairfax ena Bunimango Jim Udake turangan nila Kemba ka lagi taka kay Tomberua ka bulida kina vida na ser kilay karongo tukina ni kuwa kanda kalungatan da ser ngoda tikon domona na turanga go Sun Beauty Kenda Ratu Vini Perkas dala bula binak iyo binakabuale tunit ko mo ko posto ko may babalangi just like to say we always have faith in our seventh team as die-hard sons of the Vanua. God bless. Ratwini Parkas. O kabe saukuru dolabina na puno ni tiko may kina na singalebu en dainday na nandang au nebi ti sa kabi saratok salu tu tiko na karombo Santa Rosa California. Ita na sere meruli numige o wati shoni tambua mai ono lai kandabu no bula binaka mo imbulia ni bula binaka mo imbulia ra bondo tikongo nandua na wanga ni sisiraka mai merke sere ni seru bula binaka bulo ra to lolo matuani go mai na sauda lolo matuani we kemuni ulile kemba tax bula re go ngai koro lebu na batu sa kaunrobe kerengan na ngauna binaka ngo menda bina numitiu kena baleto kito teiti kongo oye sa binaka do sa totok araw ba binaka na itapini ko ngo mo nindaw na numikina nandaw ba kaya nga takingele kena ngauna ngo bula binaka delay rato na numiko tiko ene so na ilawlaw ene singale buendainday o rajen darshan eyo daw dola bina dolare Lamia Martin malolele bula binaka duango ya bakang bula tiko mena uncle au naga tala nota ka bakang malu na pono embasi ka mekina na ya o Lamia Martin aloha kiorana ertu bakang bula tiko mena ilalongo samuifi rambitu takalaibuna kaya tiko may di sambula binaka bagarong sarat tiko eningo ena loma nimbai bagay talatala enan raw anduan bagambula ilako sarat tiko may na loma ni Banua nita gini binaka toko nan rak sare remba tabata tiko mbaka nang unang go binaka bagale buna bina numi mai kuliviti tararong itukutuku ena tini karua na kaloko dona rangi tiko na tiko ngoda kini liwabi ko ya mai toberua dua tale dio tiko na zeba liwabi ya una zeba mai kandabu diriawa no go bagana no na bocini na korong domona na sami na bonisani marabu tu na tomba rangoli na bulo wendela ni machimada sulua na sasalu imino ni binga dirawa ponga niua ke inda beta tambu sa bula vinakana I tukutuku e nanonda vanua. E duana tau ravo e mbakirua sanga bula karua e baka sangarai tiko e nangaunango ka lutu ki wai e tau ravo I tau ke viti ia bondo tiko e nanduana wanga ngai lutu ki wai. Voleka e na atukuka ke na wasa bolita. E lutu ki wai e na wanga usakako na Lady Moana e na duana I lako ni wanga ngoni soko tiko mai rarotonga ki manga ia. E adona lengango e nambongi ni singatambu. Sa mani rea walaki nandau bebueti, tamadagadaga ni obisa mai na atukuka me rawa sangarai koe. E duana wanga e laki wakasangangara na te kukuna na barua, ka lako talea ni ndua e so talea rasabe I tomania nikina, me lei wakasangarai na tau robo ka lutungo e na lenga wakalevu mbalete ni lutu e nambongi, e mbongi tiko ni singatamu. Ka lutu kina na tau robo ngo ia sa edu tiko na wakangara, ke andina nga ni se sanga ni se basika, na veka e rawa sangara tiko e na wasa ngo bola kina tukuka, e na numini na rawa ni tomani tiko mandanga, na wakasangangara me adoba ni samadala, e nduo na ka, e na nonra wakara raitoka e wasa, e na vanua ka na numini lutu kina, na daura bongo e nambongi ni singatambu. E toso tiko na wangangara, ka na numini ni na rawa ni kune, ke waka e kune gambula, ia e na waka vinabinaka. Na waka vinabinaka na wanga, na Lady Moana, ka soko tiko e ni ki rarotonga, e nambongi ni singatambu. Ka pondo tiko e nikina na daura bongo e sini wakarita ki mai na dana, ka ina ki ngani daura bongo I tau ke e ni viti, e mbaki rua sanga bulu ka rua. E duana bosaki sa bagai durioti ka sa bagan data kingo ni na buka na non tawanga buka na Fiji Airways ki Merike e na duana vendi nandinati kaya dana tikongo na Dallas Fort Worth International na iroroni wanga buka go merawa ni buka tiko ya nikina na non tawanga buka na Fiji Airways. Na numini na rawa ni ndola vikina na ngau ni sala ni buka veira e pitu sanga vulu ka tolu na milioni na leo ni vanua mai merke. Mera mai warak ka tabaka na Fiji Airways, rabale lezi mai kina Pasifika ke viti ka rabale lezi le sutale. E na tambana ni i bukayaki e na maliwalala. E wakaritaka mai o Christopher McLaughlin ndua ka akilana vindina tingo ni rasabe toko ni tiko maikina na lewe ni vanua ke ira rana numa merna vakayangata na sala ni vukango mai mereke kina deba ni Pasifika. E wakarita kita lenga mai ni satiko na vengarabi me buka mai e wakatolu e nandua na madawa. E buka wakatolu e nandua na madawa ke wakasandina tiko na wili ngo bitu sanga bulu katolu na milioni na leo ni vanua e sara ni buka tiko maikina na ndau biangande mai se sara vanua se lago mai e wakadakadaka kina nonda vanua e biti me buka mai Houston meranga ingole mai kina deba ni Pasifika. E dingo mitiko e na voka vinaka na sala ni bukango kena sandolabi e na vindinati kaya dana na Open Skies Agreement membaleti viti kei merke. Kina itukutuku mai na vei vanua tani na vei sai burubura dua wale saranga e ambula e na voda ni dua na wangabuka mai Kathmandu mai Nepal e nambong e mbula wale saratiunga na pailate kena bo e rabuka tiko no wangabuka ngo e voda nga e roro ni wangabuka e ambiu tiko maikina e Kathmandu e na Singabuke lulu kara walanga i dua kina e tini kawalu na lewe ni wangabuka ngo. E kaina kini raba ka topo tiko na sala ni buka ai be baka nga takana wanga buka ngo ke na kamba ningo me rawa ni raba tobole kina na pingarabi ya sa kaina kini ngaimbula wale saranga na pilot ni wanga buka na company na Surya Airlines mai Nepal kena korturanga mai Kathmandu kaya kina na lenga go era sa taurati ko na kena tuku na dau vengarabi kaina ki nga mai nia sa teka budi di na wanga buka na kena iroro me buka tumbu kidaki sembera ni tumbu daki na wanga buka sa katambote kataunre na wanga buka na ngauna buka tumbu tiko kina i mali olala ya saya tu tiko na bingarabi ya sa bukan data ki nga mai di roro ni wanga buka go saya tu buka vida kina na lenga na kena sengan ni tubina kasar na ituba kini bingarabi membaleta na maroro ini bula na baki sawati na bulo Januari boda tale mandangakin en dona wanga buka karayali kina vitu sanga bulu karua na kena pasindia na matangali wanga buka ka mai ado kina na buka dalakaya ni singa tambungo mai Kathmandu bangata gitu kina na Bombardier CRJ ruanan rau ko na matangali wanga buka ka bangata gitu ko mai Nepal na ngaunango kina gitu. Saya lau tengok ada betul non gitu. So kima minggu saya sangat tiong ni modi. Kima mi sabo so tonggo me baleta na kanayan rabital le na bi mama nindua. En mataka lay sar ni mataka bongi lebuti ko ni kuai. En sota ni Olympics mai Parisi. Pugarita ki mai kina ni sadan benanon da tim ni biti kina quarter final. Tim ni biti sa lako kina kota final sa rawatan na bata-bata ni o tinga ruana nonang gitu. Na matai rua sota kina na tulu na kaloko na mataka ni kua wata kina timi ni Uruguay anganga kina na timi ni viti pasanga bulu tini karua na kini karua na no ni gitu kau bale tini rua sota kina ke Merke na US Eagles. Ia endruka baka talenga boleh kan di bata ki Uruguay nga tulu sanga bulu kawalu ke tini karua. Na mataka indai. Era una gaisota ke barani se, na be mama nindua, na ngau na eviti, na mataka sem bongi lebuti ko eviti na ngau na. Era una sota kina mai barani se, ka na numi ke baka, na nganga na timi eviti, na nganga, ke baka na baka kina, ia na kota final era una laisota rani role sota kina ke New Zealand. O New Zealand talenga en bula tiko mai sa za batalenga na kota final. New Zealand seo island in dua birau. Ene katolu ni kota final. O ya en walu na kaloko. Ya na mataka ni mataka. En dei tokan panua sana matakinongo na timini viti. Wata ke ira tale ne vida turtu tale vida na timir to sa rawati ko yan kina kota final Argentina, Australia, ke New Zealand. Na numiti ko ni keba kaya rawata boka bina kawiti na kota final kina semi final ia raw nangale dalindi ke New Zealand na final. Keba kakina sama dala boka singalebu. Sana lesu tale mai kibiti na metali koula na kena ikatulu. Kina tuku ni raki. Wara ita kemai nandi ni ndau maa kota na ituba ni raki lio tiko na toka lau deba enda bebo no eso bole kati na bua suba ke na usori nandi lau toka ke mba ndau maa kan raki ndina ni rungu saran raki na mataka ni kua kina mai lau toka ni tuku tauri rao mai lau toka ni wakatelenga kina nan raki mai lau toka rungu telenga na kena itubaki. Senga ni bagalangana bito so kiki na takataka da nuita kanina rauni dei toka ni tuba kini raki laki binakataki da kena itubaki na kabinda indai kena singa ni mataka ni da bagarau dan betani na mua ni mada on raki seberamai da umakanan raki lio koto na toka lau deba sewa warani bora-borana wasa-wasa pai kasi amalelei ko nganga sipora ko ane at motero tuam doa aya pinakapagalebu ng dua pati kumain na sigalebu ng daing gor na itukutuk na non tabanua kay na say buru-buru itukutuk ng gito bata kay nan raki.
Nanonda bata-bata ki Siti Veni Raturala.
Senganin daw data, senganin daw kua, na tangi mau dia kina ya simboya wani da kauni tambua. Miau bula re, inga re, nga rongo re bironga. Bula benaka na boka rongo tiku mai, oh barabi Enrico, bula benaka. Artuna numitiko eniki na zaka tiko na TFL, Telecom Fiji Limited, ke una numa nindina, ni boka rongo tiku mai bale lebu, na singa lebu indai. Bula benaka Tata Singa, Sila Tata Singa, Bill and Sila Tata Singa yang bula benak o Samuifi Rambitu takalaibuna totoka na bengarabi na lo manimbai ni talatala. Pasipa nene lebu ya pinaka lebu na dua bata tiko mai ni sema tiko mai na singa lebu indai Anda boga bina kanirawan ni tabe ito manitiko. Sa lebu tu kana betal non gito. Ya sa kena mo ni mazaw mandangango. Balaten daw ya o tie bana em bakin ang gaya total. Puno sa baka na mati kinobiti sa tiyo kina na baka nui. Daray na iba katangin dingin gito ertu sarwata. Bata ke na kaya ertu umbinia. Awan numatok and then na kukuda ke na timini merike. Ya bebe tau tu batanga. Ke na timini Uruguay. Nagay Raymond Avaranise, nabi mama nindua bongi lebu ni kuwa melaki mataka ni mataka. Then nagay bukarongot pa, then nagay sarapa, then nagay kila. Kata bukarang ita katukin na nanon, then numa kinanon dabi toko ni. O pasipan na lebu, ni binakabuka lebu. Batakay Ross, mula binaka Ross, may San Rafael, Tikiko, Ndaulali, bay ni Sab. Ya zola bina nindo bata tiko mai zola na kanda atau toka na bengarabi na lebu ale sindawai ngau nang guto. Ke una isi soko na lebu na bengarabi sa edo tunga na bengarabi na nonda bunua ni rakibin na kan dina ni rungwa ni rakibin na kan itiko saranga na ite mendayali tueni kina ena longa tabioka singa lebu ni kuwa ndua na nomu ni bota na ibo kalanga unga ni nonda be talano ataka nang gito kei na sasanga ni nonda timi sa tikongo mai parisi na mua ni madongo final line na singatambu dorimanda nomu salu
JJ's Food Shack. E tiku kevi kina na kakana boka biti me pakana kokonda. Lobo benga ni ngai kani do itu na bundi nan dalo se tabioka. Na kakana boka malangi me pakana steak pakai loka kena coleslaw. Wee! Na kari toa sa wadha badina na kani kana. Kay tiku talangana non to specials and the lomani madawa. Dau tamba na Facebook. Na doi ni tiwa ya na bani mandrai pai kay na bungatale. Go na JJ's Food Shack. Viu Valley mo Billie Jean Street, Santa Rosa, California. Karo talagang rato dili mo yang may Santa Rosa, may yato sarani kinavato. Giritirto sana kinavitu sa mabitu tolo dio tolo dundu al limono. JJ's Food Shack, Santa Rosa, California.
Me volia back in doon ng life insurance policy?
Nakakira nito tayo katil kabitu ni akostita na 2022 o sagir ta kasarabiri ni tauna. Kami nga ya, kinamaga nga ya, salah ko mana check. Sengat tali ni pera, sengat sarangan ni pera paling lain. In time sarangan mai. So ang kaliwara ka tala tunda wala. Kuwertongko. Kau saya lo dengo kamu binasa.
Iyo, o yasar nga na buna, raw sara, sa tiko na pepa se senga. Bulo binaka se tobi mate. Kambani duan nga kana soma may na claim na lom ni rosa nga bulu kavana ua kayada na lenga nisa yang baki rowo tina policy. Text mai kina vasa eva walu ba dua tolu walu lima ena kena ituku matai lalai. Oya na vasa eva walu ba dua tolu walu lima.
Doyan Robina ka naman raman na ita. Do samba di ba kusa iwe?
Yandra na ita. Kita sili katalaw Monday na Orange Lounge.
Maleka. Warasan ba di kata-kata pinakasarto nga toboy siyang pampakaw. Ngay way dala tu kinambat.
Koe serangan kori. Sono ngono santa pinakat serangan na kenta kakana.
Di na to zoko. Kaya kito sa berata ni baga singalebu. Kito sa nanggali baga kabing ngaya ni kina.
Na Orange Lounge. Katalaw baga singalebu siya baga kabi. E baraw tayo ito baga manggo sanggay totokan na buno ni kana. May namenda to with the tea. Kanay baga singalebu siya baga kabi. May baka na baga sekera. Na sui. Ika tabuteke. Roro baga lolo. Kaya na vida tale. Giraraw mo kila na menu ni singoya. Na Orange Lounge. Tolo-tolong dua Orange Street, Santa Rosa. And dua tala na taman ni Vingarabi ni Divine Group of Companies. Dola man na wala kaloka na mataka, kina wala kaloka anambongi moniti kina singatambo na Orange Lounge. Tolo-tolong dua Orange Street, Santa Rosa.
Dendran beka nang wala ni kibalilo tira buko ni oso pakadadaka. Sendra-kendra kita beka na itos-tos nimbula, kuha ni lenga sinui gawa-gawa. Nana magi-mai kina programo warotaki. May veratao na New Methodist Christian Fellowship USA. Nongu Chisu, Nongu Banua. Ruwaga na bima maniona na kabini buko lulu bay Kemundo e California. Bima maninduwa na singilewu ni lotulewu bay Kemundo e Viti. And a radio bulando wata San Francisco. May kauti kanda vatamay.
Onggo na rongo may bala ni Songo and a radio bulando wata San Francisco. May kauti kanda vatamay.
E taleviti kona itukutuku ni solevu ni nonda wana no mana tungalala ni viti and runa undolu rosanga vulkava at a Fiji Day and to di wakati kona songo ni Ono Foundation USA. Sa tiko na ono ngangi ko ikandabu. Gona ono mai San Francisco. To di wakati kona songo ni solevu ngo ni marauta kini nonda tungalala warumbuka kina waruai na katini kandua kina katini karua ni singa ni wula Oktoba ka na bagay doriti ko na Sonoma County Fairgrounds Santa Rosa California. Sendende to kongo sarona waruai ni kina numa ke bakayo na binakata indua na numa bola mendua na numa bata ni boli takirawa e pitu nan raunan dola na kena isau ngai be tartareani and an email address go fijidayusa@yahoo.com fijidayusa@yahoo.com moni vetartare nikina me bagandita ki endua na nomoni tebeli endua na nomoni stall and singani songo and ni bagana nomini non da tungalala evitio ana ka ruasanga bulu ni singa ni karusanga bu ni ronundol rusanga bul kabani bosota en singa bu rawai ni katini kandua ke ni katini karua ni singa ni bula o kotoba.
maina ni karaurawa na dhaka kekiva. Ia endona kaenda wipu ke kawaka mamanta taka tuna bengaravi o ia ke tuna kenda to kakana. Leika na dalo na bisikete na reo bata na sunbells e tinimbulu makau. We kenda tona senga tiko nindraiva se senga ni waka motoka kandau Dren na tutu beto seki, erto satu wakarau na Divine Pacific Food Mart mai Sacramento, merto taladeani na nung ni boli-boli. Rawa sara, we tartar ngayani na taliboni diwan dua ono toluwa diwa ono saibarua, merto wakarotaka katalada mai na nung ni boli-boli, ena kena ngona totolo tua.
Divine Pacific Food Mart, Viturua Diwawalu Franklin Boulevard, Sacramento, California. Namba di telefoni Diwan Dua Ono Toluva Diwa Ono Saivarua. Erto ngarap talangan ni kenali waka sumburi ani nanomu yaya. May nanonda to stoa kina nomu mati ni katumba. Nungu chisu nungu badua. Dorongode na vima mani ono kina vitu ene kabuni bugululu we kemunda we California. Vima mani rua ene kabi kina tolu ene singalewu ni lotilewu we kemunda we viti. Warotaka na New Methodist Christian Fellowship, USA. Rongode na Radio Bulando Vata San Francisco, me Kauti Kenda Vatamai.
JJ's Food Shack. E tiku kevi kina na kakana boka biti me pakana kokonda. Lobo benga ni ngai kani do itu na bundi nan dalo se tabioka. Na kakana boka malangi me pakana steak baka loka kena coleslaw. Na karitoa sa wadha badina na kani kana. Kay tiku talanga na nono to specials and the lomo ni madawa. Daw tamba na Facebook. Na doi ni tiwa ya na bani mandrai pai ke na bungatale. Go na JJ's Food Shack. View Valley mo Billy Jean Street, Santa Rosa, California. Karo talagang rito dili mo yang may Santa Rosa, may hato sarani kinavato. Girit-rito sana kinavitu sa mabitu tolo dio tolo dundo al limono. JJ's Food Shack, Santa Rosa, California.
Nanonda vata kei siti veni rotorala.
Bula ka pex vo there. Ravoga yan ratiko any gona kamunia suba. Aboga no ni bina ratiko veira na dorovo era sa riko tirara na matakadada and indai and no danga unai viti. Sala igwara take and the boga bina ka gitu mai Paris. Isa kay tikabu na sota era ba kuriani ang bongi lebu ni kua. Ara umbautiko talangakin na ruan na ngone. Lago tiko enikin na bukan nui benaka na singale bundai o an divani mbuleki ke Josiah Sunge era un gitu tali tiko ngakin una isi soko binaka bukalebu na bina numiti ko maina singale bunikua ale si indawai ngau nang guto iya binaka iya rauni bangor ya sawa ngasa rawata iyon date tiko gori o la beti balei suba bagayan ratiko yani waga so bo sa singabida tangay rongo dani tukutuko may waga may New South Wales may Australia malona bengarabi en radio umbulan dua bata ni sema tiko may kine na singalebu endai men kautikan ni kinan dua na kaloko singale kalaka non da bengarabi ndara da bangay na be mama nindua men sema tiko yani kinan nortungaw na New Methodist en be mama nindua kina ruwa na kaloko en singalebu endai dua na ceremony mga maruta kina ay mga langgaw nga nito so en singani kuwa.
me volia back in doon nungu life insurance policy?
Nakakira nito tani katil kabitu ni okostita na 2022 o sangir takasarabiri ni tauna. Kabi nga ya kina mother nga ya sala ko mana check. Sengat tali ni pera, sengat sarangan ni pera palilay. In time saranga mai. So ang kaliwara ka tala tunda wala ka. Kuwertongko. O sahara ko dengo pamilaksa.
Iyo, o yasar nga na buna, rau sara, sa tiko na pepa se senga, bula vinaka se tobi mate, kambani duan nga kana soma may na claim na lom ni rosa nga bulu kavana ua keada na lenga, nisa ang baki rowo tina policy. Text mai kina wasai walu ba dua, tolu walu lima na kena ituku matai lalai. O ya na wasai walu ba dua, tolu walu lima.
Doyan Robina ka naman raman na ita. Do samba di ba kusa iwe?
Yandra na ita. Kita sila katalaw mande na Orange Lounge.
Maleka. Warasan ba di kata-kata pinakasartunga toboy siyang pambakaw. Gay way dala tu kinambata.
Koe serangan kori. Sonong na santa pinakat serangan na kenta kakana.
Di na to zoko. Kaya kita sana berata ini bagai singelebu. Kita sana gali bagai kabin ngaya ni kena.
Na Orange Lounge, katalaw buka singelebu siya mukha kabi, baraw tayo ito buka manggo sanggay totokan na buno ni kana. May naman ito ito ni ti, kanay buka singelebu siya mukha kabi, may baka na buka sekera, na sui, ikatabu teke, roro buka lolo, kaya na vida tale. Giraraw mo kila na menu ni singoya, na Orange Lounge, tolo-tolong dua, Orange Street, Santa Rosa. En dua tala na taman ni Vingarabi ni Divine Group of Companies. Dola man na wala kaloka na mataka, kina wala kaloka anambongi moniti kina singatambo na Orange Lounge. Tolo-tolong dua, Orange Street, Santa Rosa.
Dendram beka nang wala ni kibal nilo tira buku ni oso-oso pakadadaka. Sendra-kendra kita beka na itos-tos nimbula, kuha ni lenga sinui gawa-gawa. Nana magi-mai kina programo warotaki, may veratao na New Methodist Christian Fellowship USA, nongu chisu, nongu banua. Ruwaga na bima maniona na kabini buku lulu bay kemundo ay California, bima maninduwa na singilewu ni lotulewu bay kemundo ay biti, and a radio bulando wata San Francisco, may kauti kanda wata mai.
Pinakabakalevo ng daw siya matikumay. Pinakabakalevo ng daw aseti ko naman dato wata-wata na radio bulando wata San Francisco, may kautikan daw watamay. And the sabo wala kasar niya daw yan inawalo sa ngulo ng dolo na kende wili-wili ni matabu vale na radio bulando wata. Iya, ay wili-wili lilisar may makatoto watataki kinakende wili-wili ng 182K NOVA sa pura-pura. Doon na like, doon na share, subscribe talaga Mike na Radio Bulando Vata and na YouTube. Radio Bulando Vata San Francisco, Mekoti Kenda Batamay.
Ya bula binaka Naomi Whitman. Ya saya tu sare ni tonga nanga bo kana nomuni tuku na maram. Binaka bo lebu na nomuni bo kana ini binaka tali tuku mai singa lebu endai mai Avondale, mai Auckland, New Zealand. Binaka bo lebu na sema tiku mai en singa lebu endai. Ke matata tiko mai na bunga madala binaka bo lebu matata le sutali tiku mai na nomuni tuku bata ke na nomuni matabu bale. Na nomuni vengaravi na singa lebu endai. Ke irana wakanda rasenga indua bata maingo rasamba le rabi toka ningi gula eso me bale tana boka singa lebu esuba bula binaka labeti bale suba binaka boka lebu na sema tiko mai binaka boka lebu na nomuni tuku ni boka nui binaka alesi dawai ngau nang guto ke irana wakanda rasa sema tiko mai na singa lebu endai binaka boka lebu so bakar sare rile sutale erso rasa kain rasa litik utale nakaka mai viti e baka kinan de San Francisco e na baka tiko kinan go Santa Rosa sa bo walu tok ngona miniti me ona nakaloko na kabi go sa kabi tiko ni singa bukilulu Santa Rosa so baka san layan rambongi ko rasa kai tiko me go merla kitika bu baka ya erbe bono tale so suba gona ngauna ni boka singale buta saba bada ni go sartu rabita kitungo na itau kining gulang na guli na lakari na lakara era rongo sera tali tikunga kara rongo tuku tiko ya di betal nota tikunga nang gitu ka dasa donia tikunga gona kena ngauna kena rao ni toki tale mai en duana metali koula na kena ikatulu yan gitu na Olympics na nonda bura da boka nui ni binaka tiko ya ni ratu na dorobou na kapetani o Jerry Tuai sa ruao tino na metali kola sanga tingo na kene katolu ia taboga bina kana no rasa sanga ara na itabia na mataka ni kuan da wara katalemanda na madala ni gitu kei warani se en dua na kaloko vi mama beka ni dua en bongi lebu ni kuai sale mataka tiko ni singa boga rombo kai na ngau neviti en dana kai boga lewato kina boga binaka na tos no da time na ngono mandangango samarutaki sa boka bina kabir na dorwo kira non ramata bubale na dola ibua era sala ki boka dora tiko mai Paris na sot di Olympics kan da boka na mata tiko ngwana nang gitu en ngain dola en singa boka ruai en ngau na biti ya sa tika burawa nang gitu lewa bitu en ngai final en singa tambu ni oti talengan do na singa ni boka dangi be irna ndong gitu en singa boka ruai ni o tina sota ni biti en sota ke Varanise na Stade de France na rara ningito mai Varanise en ambongi lebu ni koa kartu na dengu tua meleki ba kuria ni na singa boka rombuka na kota final na semi final na ngai madala na singa tamu kartu na ngai tiga butali tikum bedengana no dongo neleo ken na kapitani Richelin da Beua en muani madongo mera tu tomaniani na dorobo era tu satika burawa na mataka tada inda bina bole una sema tiko mai en singani kwa samba di siro tu na imbor salote we ka bina be singalebu siro tiko na imbor ke salote ke sakiu sam buli doko ke no bona tobu karakarawa sereana mai bunindawa
your sister.
se bangarai tiko e nangaunango e ndua na dhaurovo i tau kei, e mbaki rua sanga vulu karua, sanga ni bangarai taki mai nā dhana, ka lutu ki wai e nambongi ni singa tambu, vole katana e tukuka. Ka bondo tiko mai e nandua na wanga ni usa kako na Lady Moana. Nga lisu tiko mai na wangango me lako tiko mai rarotonga ka lisu tiko mai mangaia. E kainaki ni rasa bangangara tiko na ngaunango me tiko bumai nambongi ni sikatambu na obisa ke iranandau ni bebueti mai na tukuka me kune na dhaurovongo ke sabakakina me bueti. Ke baka e mbula e na vanua e alutukina e nambongi ni singatambu. Rasa bangangara tiko na wanga e so e na vei vanua vole kata na wasawasango me raoni kune na dhaurovo ka mai ali wasakasakango e lutu e wai e nambongi ni singatambu. Sa o tia diwa na au anon ravangangara e se senga tiko ngani se kune ndua na kena i wakata kila na dhaurovongo. Me adobo tiko mandanga mai na mataka ni kua se toso tiko ngana vangangara ka se senga tiko ngani kune na dhaurovongo me adobo indaindai. Na numi tiko ni na toso tiko na vangangara me adobo ni sandua na madala ni nonra takadaka ke na nonra sasanga me bueti mai wai na dhaurovongo me kune manda me ngai sasanga taki na takadaka ni bueti. Sabangan dei taki na nona sana warau vengaravi na nonda wangavuka na Fiji Airways ki mereke me buka mai i mereke ki na nonda vanua na ilagolako ni vendina tingo kana wanga takatiko na iroro ni wangavuka mai Dallas Fort Worth International Airport me sana teka bu vengaravi mai kina wakatolundo na madawa na Fiji Airways kaina kini rawa ni na songoba mai ke vitu sanga bulu ka tolu na undolu da lewe ni vanua mai mereke meraba leledi mai kina Pasifika KVT e nanga una sana teka bukina na nona vengaravi kaina kini tambaki na ve indina tingo e nandua na ve alati ka bagayadori na matani tue rua ni sandolabo mereke ki beiviti na nona ngauni sala ni buka e mali olala wata ke ira na ve kambani taleso e vengaravi kina. Go e adana tiko na Open Skies Agreement me mbaleta na matani tu mereke ke na matani tu viti. Kinangito da sarava e nambongi da wana mataka indai na ave kai mbaleta na non ratula ki sasanga tale na non da dhaurovo me ratu reta mai na katolu ni metali koula ni timini viti na chambeni ni wurwuro viti ka tikongo mai warani se mela ki tangomaka na non i tutu e dhake sarra baga ulu matua ve irna ndaungito e na non da vanua kasa toso da ke ni go viti ni o te rua ngito e nambongi ka zo na matanga ni kua ki na tutu ni quarter finala e na ngai madala se na timi da bambeka e rauna mai sota e na quarter finala e baleta ni mbula taletiko nga mai na timi ni New Zealand iwa te ke Australia Amerika baleta ni Androa te ke warani se ka nruka bakadasa rabe viti na non rosota na be mamani ono na ngaune viti na mataka ni kua na via dengutaro na nona tomana na ilaola ko ningitongo yanda raida mand na soto viti ke barani se na be mamani ndua na mataka dadani mataka mbongi lebuti ko mai viti karo na sota kina timini barani se ya sarawata tokona na bata viti me dambe dake kina kota finala esan laki i sota kina ke na sona timi ra sarawata talitu ngamai na non ra sota e na tumbu era vala tiko mai kina na timi New Zealand na timi ni Australia kara sa sanga talitu ngamai na non ra lako ningito mera rawata na kota fainala na fainala. Na timi ke dengo rabina kata ke tiko na metali koula katiko e nieviti. Ena ngai madala. Ena be mama nindua. Ena loma nimbongi enda inda ya nonda nga una eviti. Kebaka. E sana rawa ninreta mo eviti. Na non na metali koula. Kini tukutuku ni raki. Wari taki mai ni mbula toka na toka lu deba en barabi. Ka sewa ua tiko na wasawasa. Soli tiko e ningo na iwaga roni rangi. Me baleta na nonda be en barabi. Ka nui taki nio ni nangangarau ni kina nangonen dau kina dau be soka aki ke munei na toka en barabi. Na buku ni iwaga rosa soli tiko e ningo. Baleta na rangi toka lau kina toka lau deba be buki aki mbula sara na sona ngau na roni tau wanga una nauda. Na nonda banua. Bakakina na be banua wole katina bua suwa ke na usori nandi lau toka kimba. Na usori me azo ki korvou. Na sano na mosi na sano na itasiri ke na sano tailebu. Paekse amalele iko nga ngatipora takoa ne atmotero tuam. Tukutuku ni raki, tukutuku na nonda banua na bia sai burubura. Ngai rongodi, na nonda iwasen ni ngaunango.
Na nonda wata ki siti veni raturala.
Sana bela mai la kavaka.
sente sarà utanga bella mai kasere oi lele na bonita bola lebu 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 oi lele na bonita bola lebu.
Ongo na rongo may bala ni Songo and a radio bulando vata San Francisco. Mekauti kanda vata mai.
Abakan data kitikungan songo ni wana numini tungalala na ibiti na mbakingo na bulo kotobo era tu nang garabatiko na turanga kena marama ni ono kandabu by San Francisco en nondo to isongo songo na ono Foundation USA era tu na bingarabiki era turanga kena marama ni ono ngoma ine katini kadua kede katini karua ni singa ni bulo kotoba ka nangarabitiko na kena songo na solebu na bagay doritiko na Sonoma County Fairgrounds San Francisco Santa Rosa California bina bolebu na bia baga stolwe kemni na bina katendo na bola moni boli taki sa bagay ngataka e bitu nan raw nan dolan dua ni bagan data kaya na email ngorong ba the Fiji Day USA at yahoo.com. Ni bukan data kaya ni kina na nomo ni bola bitu na ng dolan dua meron na nilay maraw kina bata kaya na biwa kanira na tosoyandi na bulo ko to ba membaleta na songo di bukan na nomini non da tungalala.
JJ's Food Shack. E tiku kevi kina na kankana boka biti me bakana kokonda. Lobo benga ni ngai kani do itu na bundi nan dalo sa tabioka. Na kankana boka malangi me bakana steak baka loka kena coleslaw. Woo-wee! Na karitoa sa wadha badina na kani kana. Kaya tiku talanga na nono specials and na lomo ni mga dawa. Daw tamba na Facebook. Na doy ni tiwa ya na pani manray pai kaya na bugatale. Go na JJ's Food Shack. View Valley mo Billy Jean Street, Santa Rosa, California. Kaya talagang rito dili mo yang may Santa Rosa, may yato saray ni Kinavato. Girit-rito sana kina Vitu Saiba Vitu Tolo Dio Tolo Dundua Limono. JJ's Food Shack, Santa Rosa, California.
Me volia back and dono nungu life insurance policy?
Nakakil na ito tayo katil kabito ni akostita na 2022 o sagir ta kasarabiri ni tauna. Kami nga ya, kinamaga siya nga ya, sala ko mana check. Sengat tali ni impera, sengat sarangan ni impera palinlay. In time sarang amay. So, ang kaliwara ka talagang tundawara. Kuwertong ko. O, saya lo wag din, o pamibinaksa.
Iyo, o yasar nga na buna, raw sara, sa tiko na pepa se senga, bulo binaka se tobi mate, kambani duan nga kana soma mena claim na lom ni rosa nga bulu kabana ua keada na lenga, nisa ya mbaki rowo tina policy. Text mai kina wasa eva walu dua, tolu walu lima ena kena ituku matai lalai. Oya na wasa eva walu dua, tolu walu lima.
E senga dina ni kara rawa na vaka waka keki ba. Ia endona kainda wipu ke kawaka mamanta taka tuna bengaravi, o ia ke tuna kenda to kakana. Leika na dalo na bisikete na reo bata na sunbells e tinimbulu makau. O kenda to na senga tiko ni driver, se senga ni waka motoka kanda u dren na tutu beto seki, erto satu waka na Divine Pacific Food Mart my Sacramento, merto talaveani na nung ni boli. Rawa sara. Witartar ngayani na taliboni diwan 21 saibarua merto bakarotaka katalada may nanong ni boli ena kenagona totolo tutua.
Divine Pacific Food Mart. Viturua Diwawalu Franklin Boulevard, Sacramento, California. Namba di taliboni Diwan 21 saibarua. Ertong garabatalangan ikanalay waka suburian ni nanomo yaya. May nanondo to stoa kinanomo mati ni katumba. Nanonda bata-bata, kay City Weni Raturla.
Ang
Kena maramani adata kay Laisa Bulakoro. And then nangai wararongo kin isongo-songo tuna New Methodist na be mamani dua nang au nei viti and rototoka na be mamani ono nang au nang goe Santa Rosa, California. And dua na itukutuku ela o tuku maingo dua na marama sengai uti sarati umbangango na lolo masu-masu. Sera tupou kumbuna vanua. O koe na numira tau tuku en dua na ilao-lao ara tau kaina ke mengo na tau ambera tana wanga buka i Parisi mera tau alai sarangito ki na ngito e avto na matakanikoa. E ngui lera bitumbaka ni nan rato i vava. O iau ka e tiku e rao ni rato lako. E rato lako mbale tanang gito sengai tikabu sengai ruangai anang gito. O viti sa rato rinle saravoroto na kota finala ni viti na semi-final avata kei na final. E rao ni rato se doni anang gito mai Parisi. Berto ka kuni alo laila ingo o vilisi ia luma tuni mai na kasi nani se tai ki tonga en duula road en andera andi stoko veti ravesi kaina ki mai ni rei vakadangi toka en andua na ruku ni bunikau na university ni depa ni Pasifika sanga ni klain kasi ni buli se ngoni buli se dua tala na ita biang karabat ko na university sa ngandi tumbang ngani den dua birto ngo nang daw rabita ki nang gingining gulang-gula nang guling-guli na lakari kay na lakara kada sa dabi tala-tala tiko en dua nang una leka-leka go ni sema tiko mai balet ngauna pinakanin ta bukarorongo virtu New Methodist and dabi mamanin dua nang ngauna ibiti ni sa sivitong na ono en ruasa nga bulkan dua na miniti na nonta ngauna Santa Rosa California en radio bulan dua bata en San Francisco kauti kenda batamai sa baga pinaka boli besar tuku mai Australia mai New Zealand orto mai waga mai Victoria ke rataleso dona ngonele o Francis rei laga tikum bekango se buga rongo tali tikum benga mai sema tiko mai Canberra na koroturanga sa dua tani nam batambata itu na tikum ngonele ngo nam batambata tara sui. Ia, se bata se kata-kata, en taboga vina kani rauni da sema tiko ni dua na stationingo e kauti kenda bata mai. Na bewa kani vina ka wole una no muni sema tiko mai en e wasininga unango en sigale bundai ni sa sivitongo nandua en rua sanga buluka rua na miniti e se senga ni sendua na itukutuku en baletana da urobo ka sangara itukongo mena tukuka lutu bakasakasara ng bong ni singatam ng doon na wanga usakako ka lalakotiko ni kiraratong na koroturang ni atukuka na dorobo itau kengo yang bakirusang ulkarua lutu kiwai ng bong ni singatam ya dan no itakatiko ni rawani na doon na itukutuko matata in darongod kan bakalisui tiko may baleta na non ra bakasangangara na wekanta oneta ni wanga sanga pinakawalew na walew yo anden tangai be rongoti pinakawalew den rengan bula and tabe botay tiko kinan singilew ni kwa pinakawalew netani na dua bata mai sema tiko mai kina radio bulan dua bata kemuni na wekanda sa re ngauna binakatikongo non ta boka lewana non de la ko sabia via rungu telenga menan raki solitiko na iboka roni dangi kau e wasa en na bukumoni na ngonen dahu kinan dahu biso kayaki me baleta na muambe kani madawa na numi moni leisa salu ninga na numa tonga nan raki wata kene iboka roni dangi sa solitiko ya ni takali na non da be barabi pinaka boka lebu na namuni sematiko mai kiro sana tatau telenga ike mena kauti ke moniti ko ni kina be mamanin do na kaloko na non da bororongo kina isongo lotu na New Methodist mena be mamanin do kina ruana kaloko en singale wenda ida usata tawe ke kira usata tawe ni kina maraman na betong wesang kira bukan ni bena kana boni singani ko kina tabiang garawi kina disamode
Paula Salato Tamasiko Eve sukira na watu eso Kauka isota ke chisukarisito Kaimale somu kina so
Nungu Chisu Nungu Vanua. Warutaka na New Methodist Christian Fellowship USA and a Radio Bulandovata San Francisco me County Kenda Vatamai.
I have to quickly do this. And I look at her and said, just come. Sorry, to be, it's none of my business. Is there one I'm looking at? What you looking at? And she said, what are you looking at? I said, it's voucher. Yeah? This voucher of $1.96. What is it? Is it for the parking fees?
At the airport.
At the airport. Okay. Like all the parking that you go and take it for the meeting, you can claim that. Yeah, because you didn't go there for your own leisure. You didn't go there for you to just meet up your friends. You went there for meeting that is pertaining to the company that you work for. And you can get there. I said, I've been going to that meeting, to that airport and taking the company car parking there for the last 2 years. I've never claimed anything. Like, it's mind-boggling. I'm looking at this, my payment voucher, it's $1.96. And so I came and I followed this man. The China said, sorry, I know it's none of my business, but I want to ask you, do you feel a payment voucher for $1.96? She'll be watching me today and she will know this day. And she came to me and said, yeah, so? And I said, it's only $1.96. And she looked at me and she said, Rachel, every dollar adds up to $10, and every $10 adds up to $100, and every $100 adds up to $1,000. If you cannot look after the $1 and claim and take ownership of that $1, how can you make your $10 and how can you make your $100? That got to me. Because she turned around, like for me, I was trying to indirectly tell her, wait, go take back your payment voucher, take it out. Your petty cash for a voucher. Because it's like $1.96. But the response that she gave me, dawned on me that I was losing out because it's just us, PGN. All Sarote, Kunilaga, set. Set. But then you want to look at the way I get kami ko kayo dio kaya lang ito ko gusto sa kanila Mrs. Patel. Sana sa kanila ng kasilip. Ito Mrs. Patel, kalau ito mo na. Ni was mas mga nakabago. Sa bulan na bulan ko na Mrs. Patel mo na ko dikin to may malangi marres sa ni pela mo boli kino na nito mo to ka na Mrs. Patel ko ka kaya do sa na biwalik ata na don rambula. Sa bayan ng category, they are achieving things. Then maybe for us, it's about time. We cannot continue to stand on the side and watch them and make fun of them while they are achieving and having a good life. We must tell ourselves, I own them, that can happen to me too. And you really need to join them to do whatever they're doing, but create something on your own to say to yourself, I can also achieve. And I believe most of you listening to us today, you've already done that. I am so excited and humbled. I have a friend, her name is Anna Tuimana, she lives in America, and she used to share with me about her family. And there's only 2 girls in the family. And she said, what amazed me, not really committed to the church, but now they are in the Methodist church. And she said, growing up, I grew up because I was singing maybe in Matumale. And then she said, from a very early age, they buy, properties, they buy land. And now their children have grown. One has just graduated as a doctor. One went overseas to study like an accountant. And all these properties that they buy over there, and she said, on how they manage their funds well in their home. And one of the investments that they've done way back is where we used to go there, down LC in Namaka. Yeah. So now they managed to put up an apartment there, like apartment for Airbnb or people to come and rent. They managed to do that and send his children. And she said what amazes her on how they always manage their finances. They both work, very good decisions. And now with all their children, deployed and everything, but they still, and she said one thing that she noticed, they don't like especially just go out and live the way they want, considering the amount the level that they're in and the finances or the payroll that they're in, like on how they manage their finances.
I mean, the lifestyle that we live, but sometimes it gives us like that if we save, then it does not match without culture.
Yeah.
Tu kita mamandi ke waka save ke waka roka. Indo kaya tu kaya chang sedikit na di baru ni pura beka na communal living da public wara koro everybody for everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, that belongs to you.
Iya, okay, tu si ke waka dia terata ke indo na kaya balatiko kina no matoba ka sana bita la ti no nambula ke sa bula ti no no na balata ni do make the tarana ke sura bidana no matoba no bula no ya sawo ti no ni ka ke de bango na ka ke na sawo ti no bula ni na ka ke de no na sawo ti no na ke sa tu ta na ka do ta na ke bula sa ti ko ina ke do be sa o mo te ni tara per to so mai ko na bi patamaka me da mai buli de so na ke bula me da
va bina ka
ka ke na no da bula me ka ko sa mo to ka sa ba na se na ki na na waka na se ki na waka di to ke ni ke da ka ni da ka ta tu bi ra e ro bula di mai da ba ta na di si do ke na ba ro dona ka ko ko di ko ma ri la ko so da mi si gero que no è caro, perché tu mi chiedi di dare sugli me non ti so non da e allora tua perché non è caro ormai si dona so da invito tu che lo voglio un anno di euro da si ricava business o che si dona non è caro anche là che vuole si chiama molto attacca non da business da banco se na vivo torna che poi là e da se linee de da se sta la poi me la di Ramone, che vuole a lifestyle that we need to change to adjust to the time that we live in.
And also, I mean, there's quite a lot of achievers and business investors here in the UK, at least short time I've noticed, and it will be beneficial, for just for them to share that knowledge with our people. And there's a lot of people now that are doing their own personal business. Bali ni may mga bikin na COVID, libre na kaya, right? Libre na marama na tingin mo na sana kaya na kakadiliman. The business, you don't have to wait to be big or create something big. You start small, whatever that you can do. Like I always say that I sell hot dogs. I make rotis at home because even though I was working in an airline, I was getting a good salary on that airline. There are some things that I want to do in the house, or extend our home, or tile our house, or paint our house. There are some things that they cannot fit in your budget. So I look for all these little things that I can do and sell. They bring in money a little bit faster for me to achieve the project that I aspire for. So don't wait until your money becomes the money that you're looking for. Whatever salary that you're getting, or even if you're not getting a salary at all, you are full time. Create little things that you can rake in. Don't look for big money. Start with small money, because those small money add up to be big money. So whatever money that you can come by, try and work on that, and make sure. I always be a strong advocate to advise all of us, always write a list. Because without the list, the tendency to go beyond your list is always there. Like for this trip, every time we always come out, because I try as much to bring my grandchildren and bring my family. The last time we came in December, I took money out from their savings. They have their own individual account. And I said, okay, Nana doesn't have that much money for your spending. Now your spending will come out from your own savings. So I went to all their, my daughter handles their cards and handles their account. So we got money from all their account, and telling them, whenever you're using this money, know that you're using money from your saving. And we give them that. So when we give them or sign off their, their portion, that my daughter religiously do very well with the reminders. And when we sign off, they're not given the full amount. So they will be given like half. If they're given half and being briefed. So what I always tell them, look, write your list. Because the impulse, as you go to buy, the things you never plan to buy, you will end up buying. Write down your list. And sometimes when you come back home and you check your list, the things you really need, you didn't buy. The things you don't really need because your eyes just see and you like it, and then you buy. But when you write your list, you go and say, this is how I always train them. Write down your list and you go searching for your list. If you can't find it in this place, and you say, okay, I can't find what I'm looking for here, so we'll take it to another place. You go to another place. Work according to your list. After your list is ticked, everything, like if you're looking for long pants, this is the type of long pants I'm looking for. If I'm looking for certain kind of shoes, this is the shoes that I'm looking for, sneakers, and the cost, and then you put a budget. When you write, do your budget assumption. How much money, with the money that you've been given, how much money you want to allocate on those need lists that you've written. And that will give you an indication. When you actually find it, then you ask yourself, is this the one? Is it within the budget allocation that I've given this amount to spend on this item? So there will be a thing. If it's not, then you ask any other place that is cheaper than this place. This is my budget for it. I'm looking for something that just falls within this budget. And that's how you look after your finances. So after all your need is ticked, and then you look at your spare or the leftover money, that's when you can go and look out for your wants, the things you don't really need. And then depending on the amount of money that you have left, then you go looking out for those things for you to get and for you to buy. That's how you manage your finances. When you travel, I'm talking about when you travel, like we had our team that is with us, we did the same with them as well, giving them money. For those of you that travel to Australia and New Zealand, I would recommend Kmart is the place to go. Because Kmart, it's like you can shop for your whole house and for shop for your whole family at a very economical, the best cost that you can use. And because you have good shoes, you have good sandals ranging from $5, $7, or even on the red tag. When it's red tag, it's 50%. Go right down to $4 for a pair of nice glittery sandals for girls. And you have sneakers, and like it's very, very economical, and it fits the budget. And when you shop for, it's like that money, if you take to one shop, can be just for a few items. But if you take it to Kmart with all your list, your wife, your husband, or your children, like it caters, for the same budget. So those are the little tips and the little things, like what I said, like what he mentioned. You may be getting a lot of money through your pay. And then you say to yourself, no, I have a lot of money. I don't really need to go to that kind of shop. I can go to that shop. Yeah, that's your choice because it's your money. But if you do think the other way around, if you go to that shop, still get the same things, and you save that money that you save goes towards something else that you can still achieve. And if you add on all those saving, it's amazing on how much you can be able to save. And goes back for us in Fiji. For the little money that you can save, I want to remind us, now it's April, how much have you managed to save starting from the beginning of the year? And for those of you who have written out your passport, I know immigration has been closed for a while, and now they've just opened on the 25th of March. How many of you have managed to do your passports? And also the driving license. How many of you have managed to achieve that or work towards that? Classes that you've been already taking, have you started your classes? Have you got your learner's permit? Or for those of you that are on the P, how many more months do you have left for that provisional license to end? And you must book your DDC, because after the DDC, then that's when you get your full license. And for your full license, don't just go for the 1 year, which is about $13 or $14. I don't know whether that's changed. But write it down. Before your provisional license expires, you still have a month out, write it down. That when you do sit for your DDC, what are the costs that is involved? The booklet, what is the cost for the DDC? Write it down. I'm talking to you if you know that you don't have that kind of money just available for you to do that, and you're waiting for somebody to do it for you, or you're already giving up. I will not do it because I just don't have the money today. Write it down. And when that comes, and then you also ask for the license. The license in PG to the most, they can give for 6 years. So for 6 years, I guess you pay about, nearly 100 or more than 100, and you write that down. So if you're coming towards the end of your provisional license, you know how much it takes. You already work towards that, you're saving towards it. And for those of you who work, that's fine, you get money. But I'm talking to you if you know you're struggling to save that kind of money. And when you actually do your DDC for that all-day course, make sure you get your license for 6 years. So you don't have to be worried. When does your license, expire? Like for me, the only thing that I capture is the ending. Like when does it expire? So what year does it expire for my 6 years? Since I've got my driving license, I've just been doing it for 6 years, and now I'm doing it for my grandchildren that are getting their license after DDC. And it helps because for 6 years you don't have to worry that it's my driving license still current. And it works. So those are little things, little plans for you to work towards. And it may sound difficult, and don't give up on yourself or to say that you cannot, you can, and you can go out of your way to do it. You can sacrifice some of the little things that you always do and spend on and save that money towards this cost. Kaya kay kondo lang ko ikaw rin nga naman same budget, you're going to get okay, already ko din nakabubuan naman naman save ko lang ko, I can don't go out and save this money, all this budget allocation. So you just take the same money that you already have, the same money that you already allocated, and just reshuffle whatever that you've written, and use the same money for your other achievements or other things that you want to achieve on top, in addition to your current. So yeah, those are the tips. I love talking about money. I love talking about how to save money because I've come a long way doing that. I've seen the fruits, I've seen the rewards, and I know the challenges, and I know the itchiness when you know you're saving. I know that feeling when you're running out of money and you need to pay your bills and you know you have your money there. I know what that how that feels when you just want to go and bust open your saving and get the money to solve your problem right there and then. But for me, the added bonus that I have is my faith, that I serve a living God. And for you Christians, that's an added bonus. Because when you know you believe in a God that provides, and this supernatural power that can help you to achieve the things you have on your list that you don't have enough for, it's amazing. And that's another story. But for those of you who do not believe in God, and you're just working basically physically with the things that you are receiving, then this is the way to go. You just need to say to yourself, no, I'm not going to touch that saving. I'm not going to touch that. I don't go like I don't have anything. And you pray. Only then you are able to save. Because if not, the need, the requirement, the cost of living that comes in daily, weekly, and monthly, the cost is always there. How you meet that cost, it's pulling from all different directions apart from your pay, and it's crashing onto your savings. That's why people hardly save. There's a lot of us, we don't even have saving. We've worked for years, we don't even have saving. A lot of us, I believe I can say that. Why? Because of our cost of living and the things that we do is so demanding. It chews into our finances.
It's also the way that we peer pressure.
Yeah.
Things about our neighbors and what people say on you and this. We are so concerned about the outside pressure, and we are not looking into what we can do for our life, especially for family. And that's one of the problems that is really a challenge to us in Tokyo. Because most of the time we want to live according to what other people that they set a standard. But for other reasons, one thing that I've seen, they could care less what the people say. They can stay on their own, they can live on their own. Communal living is not part of their life, even though it does not take away that they have brothers, they have sisters, they have relatives. But when it comes to running your family, when it comes to running your finance, they are dependent on them. And for us, we take we take the relationship into another level, and we are expecting people to look out for us. We are more like takers than givers. We love to hang on to depend on somebody to look after. And that's why we can't save. We are not strong. We are not confident to live a life that we are alone. So when we go overseas, for those of you that are watching, living here in New Zealand or living in Australia, or maybe in Europe or in America. Most of the time we are living in overseas, but we live a lifestyle in Fiji. And it's very challenging for us to grow and to achieve in business, in family, or even into academic, because we live overseas, or maybe for the islanders, we come to Suva, but we don't live that island living. We are in a different environment. We are in a different nation. Here we are in a different country. So we have to do like them for us to survive in that area or in that nation. And so many years, some live overseas, but they struggle a lot, even though they own good jobs and they've been receiving for their salary. But the fruit of their work is not seen. Why? Because we don't want to come away from that lifestyle that only suitable in certain areas.
In certain countries.
Where there's a saying, when you in Rome, you live like a Roman. So when we come overseas, if you want to achieve overseas, because of the competitive pressure that is in, you cannot afford to continue to be laxity, going to work, take things as they are, and not achieving. The bottom line, we are not achieving because we have that latent attitude.
I think it boils down to the fact that you need to have a plan. You need to have a plan, because if you don't have a plan, then you are just living normal, like
you're flowing
with no vision. So if you have left home, and that's one thing that for those who have come in for NAC and the seasonal workers, we belong to a church, and there's quite a fair bit of church members that we belong to that have come across to New Zealand as the seasonal workers, and also for Australia as through the NAC, or for this PALMS agreement with the three countries. And one thing that I've always really saw as a man, the practicality of how you live. When you are back at home in Fiji, you sit down, you do your plan. The plan is, okay, when you go, you're going to earn that kind of money, you're going to finish, building a house here in Fiji. Everything is done in the plan. And I'm sure for those of you that are tuning in today who have left Fiji shores through this program, you had your plans. Maybe you're back in another one, kaya may tuso na banana nili liuki bay nakita se tarana non normale may nakoro beka se na mono ratu kina be na domini tubutuwe etu na kaka mi tuwana ni berni kimni tapos samay se nila ko may time. When you actually arrive here, then maybe sometimes it doesn't really work out the way you had planned. Na plan like may bali plan with prayer, plan with you plan with your family. And then you're being thrown into a totally different atmosphere. An atmosphere that you have people that you've never met, have never lived with, but you're staying in the same place. You're staying in the same place, and you work together. So they become your family. Whether you like it or not, they become your work family. Because you see them, you breathe them, you eat with them, you see them all the time. So they are your work family. And this is the strength and the wisdom that you must have to rise above the circumstances that you're in, to remember the family you left back at home. Melihat kayak pasal ni lumayan, nakakiri ko ay planted niya, way down. Second ni balik ko, balik ko sa may tiko tiko, and do tala na matuwali po. Pero sa kaya kanila ni na matuwali, sa matuwali po, bobi ko na nakakiri na. So someone that make culture shock because they need to like like you knew today, and then someone in the bago ni so binaka ng mundo, so binaka ng tobacco, so binaka ng kakina, everything is cheap. So when I love the tubo na kamay the planta kamay number in the baby may baka may way down. But sa tibutali na work family, you have your work family. And you are being, attracted to all these things that you never knew that there is here. And now that you're physically here, you can see for yourself. You forget about everything else at home, and you're living your life for yourself. And some of you are going that way.
Yeah.
And take you maybe months or years of mistakes and wrong decisions to faithfully. Sometimes you can turn around and come back. Or some of you, that's it. That's your new life. Forget about the old life. There was one stage, second stage, or phase 2, you're living on. Some of you are in that area. But some of us, they're quite strong. I saw a coverage in the papers about this young lady when the PM Ramuka came across on how he came and meet some of his workers. And there was a story of this young lady that was being pictured together with Ramuka on the, in the papers as I read. And I was really, for me, really humbled with that, because her story was when she came across, she planned to, send money back home to build a home for her parents. And having that photo taken on the day, she said, now it's nearly finished, my parents are about to move in. Some of you are like that, you're very strong-minded. You come with a purpose, and you stay with that purpose, and you make sure that you, achieve whatever that you have planned. So some of you are in that category. So there are different categories of people out there on how you are managing your life, how you are managing your finances, how you are managing what you are managing. But for us, when it comes to the church, and because we have quite a few church members that have come across on the same program, and for New Zealand, I remember, I think 1 year ago or 2 years ago, we had this meeting that we always call it administration. And we just, call out this, you'll hear on this program, this is not work. So one thing that you must ask yourself, with this contract, 3 years or 2 years or whatever contract that you sign up for, what is it? What is your plan? Now that you've tasted it, now that you're here, now that you've seen it, are you going back, or would you like your family to join you? Those are the questions that we begin to ask them. And if they say, oh, we would like our family to join us, then we take the names down, and it becomes a prayer request that one day the family will come across and join them. And it's amazing. For those few families that we have put their names down, we have prayed for, most of their families are here, they've joined them here. So those are the things that you need to do. Don't live out of hanging on to the plan you had, or you did, or you made years back, and you know fully well that plan is not working out. You have to replan. If that plan was, and now you're here, things have changed that you never anticipated, then you need to change that plan. If this plan was send money home to build a house at home in Fiji, and you're going back, and you know you're not going to go back, you're liking the life here in Australia or in New Zealand, and you love the life that you're living, then you need to change that plan. Change that plan to move your family across. Write down the list and get your family across. And don't rest there. Check the system on how, with the current visa that you come into that particular country, what do you need to do? Maybe a bridging visa or whatever. You have to get and get your family across. And don't rest there. Check the system on how, with the current visa that you come into that particular country, what do you need to do? Maybe a bridging visa or whatever. You have to get the correct factual advice on how to work towards the visa that you currently have, towards your PR, or what you need to do. Those are the things that you need to write down, bear in mind, and work towards seriously. So, because if you're seriously bringing your family across, and you're seriously staying in the country that you have chosen, I mean Australia, New Zealand, then you need to be serious with the requirements that is outlined. And you need to meet all those outlined. You need to take them, and you need to work towards it. Because after you get that and manage to get your PR, and get it also for your family, then it changes your whole plan. In the initial plan, for you to go back home and build home. So don't just wait and rest there. Then, since you're not building in Fiji, then this is the country that you've chosen. And you write down, I need to buy a house, or I need to build a house. And you write that list. Some of you may take 5 to 10 years, some of you may take longer, but you need to plan. And you need to plan. You cannot be renting all the time. For Australia and New Zealand, you pay your rent weekly. For America and England, it's monthly. But for weekly, say if you pay your rent for $500 a week, imagine, for a month of 4 weeks, it's $2,000. And a month of 5 weeks, it's $2,500. And if it's more than 500, that's even more. If it's 600, 700, that's more. And that's the thousands that you're paying for your rent, for your dwelling, roof above your head, And for the whole year, do that mathematics, do that calculation. Because not until you do the times, the pluses and the equals and whatever that you do, when you look at the whole figure, then it takes back to the conviction of a small figure you're paying in a month. If you just say, oh, it's all right, I'm only paying $300 a week, oh, it's $400 a week. When you say $400 a week, $500, $600 a week, the wrong line. But when you say $2,500 or $3,000, $4,000 a month, then you go get and we were doing that. We were actually at this place, HB place, before we went to the airport at SFO. And I know the ladies, if you're listening today, you'll be testament to this. And we had this group of ladies in America that we were sitting talking about this very thing on how to, save their money, how to work towards $4,000 a month. Then you go and we were doing that. We were actually at this place, HB place, before we went to the airport at SFO. And I know the ladies, if you're listening today, you'll be testament to this. And we had this group of ladies in America that we were sitting talking about this very thing on how to, save their money, how to work towards, we were having this conversation. And then I asked, and I said, oh, how much is that? How much is your rent? Oh, I'm paying about, like this amount, 1,000, some 2,000, a month. And there's another one, 5,000 a month, depending on the complement of the house, how huge the number of rooms. And they said, oh, okay, so how do people pay your rent? Like monthly or weekly? And said, oh, it's monthly. Oh, that's good. Like it's $1,000 something a month. And then I was telling them, for Australian residents weekly. So if you actually if you say, oh, you pay $1,000, how much is your rent? Oh, it's $1,500. And how much is yours? Oh, mine is only $700. And then the second question asked, $700 what? $700 a week or $700 a month? $1,500 what? A week or a month? So if they say $1,500 a month for America and England, that's it, it's a month. But if you say $700 a week here in New Zealand and Australia, then you have to times the 4 and times 5 for the month with 5 weeks. So the amount is huge. And say like just for the basic, if you take 2.5, which is like 5 weeks, and which is not normal, maybe 3 or 4 months in a year that has 5 weeks. So on the average, you work on a 4. And if it's a $500 rent a week, $2,000 a month, and for the whole year, then it's about 24,000 plus the one with the 5 weeks that can take you up to about 27,000, and that's for the whole year for rent. So then whole year for the rent, and then you calculate how many years you are here or you have been here. 5 years, and then you multiply that. So when you multiply 5 years or 6 years for the rent you have paid, then it gives you that figure that you managed to pay this amount for this number of years, or for this rent for this month. It's hard for you to think, okay, I can put aside this money, or I can save this money.
Na nonda wata wata ki City Veni Raturala and a radio bulan dua wata, San Francisco. Me kochi kia